Well, Alex, the video yesterday was a sensation. It blew up the internet, blew up Silicon Valley, and right on time, the media changed the subject to a single-sourced quote from the president that there's, I guess there may be audio, but there's no audio video. And I saw a report in the Washington Post, and it said something like, "There's no evidence to suggest he did not say this." I mean, follow the logic. There's no evidence to suggest he did not say. We have audio video evidence of people in big tech actually saying these things about targeting people who are, quote, rednecks, and targeting people, not radical ideas, but the American flag. They have an algorithm that targets these key words. So you may be saying, well, they've won the battle this week, and I, of course, always have more videos in my pocket. I'm going to wait till Monday morning, and then I'm going to drop the really inflammatory one, and we'll get back the news cycle.
Well, he's not just one of the greatest investigative journalists of our time. He's one of the greatest investigative journalists of all time. And it isn't about tooting his horn because he's not into that. James O'Keefe and the great folks at Veritas, Project Veritas. It's about recognizing the reason we're even still here halfway as a country and as those that love freedom worldwide. Bombshell, #1 story, not in mainstream media, but was becoming that. But on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, top of all the trends. It was shadow ban gate, the admissions, 8 different executives of Twitter admitting massive censorship. Well, right on time, a whole new distraction, more fake news. President says he didn't say it. Just like 2 weeks ago, he said Haitians all have AIDS. Isn't true. Clinton's robbed Haiti. That's okay. He gives them extra AIDS. He's a bad guy. So James O'Keefe of Veritas is going to give us his take on this on the next shoe to drop and to see what happened since this other fake story obscured his vetted true story, where we have video and audio of them saying it, not just more Democrats led into the White House making stuff up. And I could say, sources say Trump raped a little girl last night and, and then roasted her in an oven with an apple in her mouth. Total horse manure. What if I had said that 1,000 times, like these people like Jim Acosta with all his fake news, saying Trump didn't meet with Scalise, or, that the Flynn is flipped. He admits he's a Russian agent. None of it true. That's all ABC News, CNN. So joining us is the consummate journalist just for the next 8 minutes. And, of course, that is the man that heads up Project Veritas. That is James O'Keefe. So give us a report, sir.
Well, Alex, the video yesterday was a sensation. It blew up the internet, blew up Silicon Valley, and right on time, the media changed the subject to a single-sourced quote from the president that there's, I guess there may be audio, but there's no audio video. And I saw a report in the Washington Post, and it said something like, "There's no evidence to suggest he did not say this." I mean, follow the logic. There's no evidence to suggest he did not say. We have audio video evidence of people in big tech actually saying these things about targeting people who are, quote, rednecks, and targeting people, not radical ideas, but the American flag. They have an algorithm that targets these key words. So you may be saying, well, they've won the battle this week, and I, of course, always have more videos in my pocket. I'm going to wait till Monday morning, and then I'm going to drop the really inflammatory one, and we'll get back the news cycle.
And this is what they're doing. This thing where every time he brings Democrats in and to work with them, they make crap up, and they've been caught over and over and over and over again. I mean, there's got to be some repercussions. The Washington Post is not journalist. Jeff Bezos owns it, the richest man in the world. The Mexican kingpin, who isn't even Mexican, I guess the guy from the Middle East, Carlos Slim, owns the New York Times. This is a joke.
Well, they're doubling down, Alex. They're losing their relevance and legitimacy. When they see stories like the one that was broken this week, when they see James Damore suing Google, when they see Charles Johnson, Roger Stone, and Milo Yiannopoulos suing Twitter, and when they see videotapes of 9 Twitter executives saying that they shadow ban, their words, not mine, shadow ban and downrank people that, by the way, SHITTY people, they use the same word about some of us. They use that word about not right-wing extremists, but moderate voices. They called them SHITTY people. When that happens, they go, "Oh my God!"
Oh my gosh!
It's almost like someone in the deep state was like, "Here, hold my beer." CNN, why don't you throw something up on the Chiron? I mean, this is how these people work.
It all just clicked. That's why you're the genius you are, literally. That's it. They always semantically reverse. If the Clintons are in bed with the Russians, they say we're in bed with the Russians. If they want to raise taxes, they say Trump wants to. And there it is. they're calling, knowing, oh my God, they're calling their users SHIT people. They're calling whites rednecks and SHIT people. They're calling Julian Assange a hero, this and that. They're admitting it. This is the thing worse than deplorables, calling his supporters deplorables. And they go, it's okay. He just met with them on the Haitian thing. We'll just say he's semantically, because that's what they do. They reverse you. Oh, my God. That's it right there.
Yep, they semantically reversed it, Alex, because in the beginning of the tape that rocked Silicon Valley, the mast-headed drudge, everyone's seen it, all the sources I have in Silicon Valley, the Women's Trust and Safety Council, which is the policy part of Twitter, how Orwellian sounding is that, trust and safety? But she goes, we take the SHITT, there it is, we're trying to get the SHITTY people to not show up. It's a product thing we're working on. It's called downranking or shadow banning. And then a few hours later, suddenly the Chiron on CNN, it says that Trump called these countries SHIT. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's like truth is stranger than fiction, Alex.
I was about to say.
We have to be guerrilla not only in how we gather the information, but how we release it, because we are taking on the palace guard. You got to circumvent them somehow.
Unbelievable. You know, there was something I was missing going. It's the same word. It's the exact. And so they're not creative, I've noticed. I always wonder why when I say something, they'll steal it and reverse it upside down, because they're not creative. And that's it. That's it. They didn't know what to do. This was the #1 story trending. They're calling us all, if we're white, SHIT. They've been hired by the globalists to bring in this whole system. They're in trouble. They know they're in trouble, so they just reverse it. I think you're on target, brother.
Yeah, it's bad, but of course we actually are. As you noticed, Alex, the first video was they may be sharing Trump's private direct messages with the Justice Department, and people were like, oh, you can't prove it. The second video was them calling people they don't like SHITTY and saying they're shadow banning people who are rednecks and, quote, have the American flag in their tweets. And you may think that, oh, that's the best he's got. No, I've got more. And we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep putting pressure on him. And, Alex, this was actually trending on Twitter, this video yesterday. And it had some 50, 60,000 tweets with the hashtag shadow ban. And they actually shadow banned the trend shadow ban. It was trending, but it was lower than.
And they also banned you for a day or so as well to stop it.
Yeah, they've banned me and they've reinstated me, because Twitter knows that if they ban me, it's only going to, it's a Streisand effect. They can't ban me for
They only ban you for a while when you're about to go to #1.
Yeah, and then they reinstate you. But we've got more tapes. We actually have a tape, and I have a message for Jack Dorsey, who's maybe watching this.
It's the head of Twitter, Jack Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey is CEO of Twitter. Jack, every Monday morning you come out of Blue Bottle Coffee in San Francisco on Market Street. You may recall interacting with some people who you thought were hobos or businessmen. Well, I want you to spend the weekend thinking about what you might have said to these individuals, because Monday is going to rock your world.
You know, it's funny. I got a call from one of my high-level Pentagon sources, and he said, we are about to destroy Jack Dorsey yesterday, and I didn't know it had anything to do with you. Is that what this has to do with? Because they say they've got something big on Jack Dorsey.
Well, they may have something, I don't know what your sources have. They may have something different than what I have, but a lot of my undercover journalists have been interacting with a lot of Jack Dorsey's top engineers. And some of the things they're doing, Alex, with your private information. I don't send private information on direct messages, but a lot of people send direct messages on Twitter. And what they're doing with your information, how they're exploiting it.
Well, we know they're revenge porning, aren't they?
Well, you're going to have to wait and see. I'm not going to scoop myself here. Monday morning.
Well, the word is the Twitter folks are using their private network as a dark web, not just with our info, but they're trading in people's private messages, was what I got from our sources. Is that where you're going?
That's where I'm going, and you'll hear it and see it Monday morning, and we'll take back the news cycle again.
Wow, incredible, because that's what they do with Facebook, Google, Twitter, Amazon. They take our data, they use it off these systems that spy on us, and they sell that data, and now they've created a whole new dark web with your videos and your private photos of you, your wife, your boyfriend, your whatever it is, and it's a whole industry underground. Wow, how devastating do you think this will be by Monday when this comes out? What time does this drop at Project Veritas on Monday?
I think it's going to be 9 a.m. Eastern time. It'll be pretty devastating. All these things, Alex, confirm suspicions. I thought the DOJ video was going to be devastating, but they'll weasel the way out. So we have to shame them, Alex. And the only way to shame them is to figure out where does their moral boundary lie? How bad does it have to get before they say, okay, this is wrong? Right now, I think they think what they're doing is actually quite good. And they're getting patted on the back by their friends in mainstream media, the cartels of mainstream media protecting big tech. So we're going to shame them by exposing just how awful they can be and perverted they can be and exploitative they can be. So stay tuned Monday morning. Project Veritas releasing part 3 of this investigation.
Wow. Promise me, I know you're busy, but you'll come on early next week?
Absolutely.
All right, James O'Keefe. We'll be back with more Hughes breaking news. This is incredible. That's exactly what I got from my intel sources. Because, you know, the Pentagon's obviously wants to look at these private networks of leftists that they think we don't see. And reportedly, it's bad. Get ready.
That's how you do it.
That's exactly how you do it.
Yeah, you look for Trump or America and you have like 5,000 like keywords to describe a redneck.
Trying to get the people not to show up. It's a product thing.
The idea of the shadow ban is that you ban someone but they don't know they've been banned because they keep posting but no one sees their content. So they just think that no one's engaging with their content when in reality no one's seeing it.
So is it going to like essentially ban certain mindsets and or people who could be negative?
No, it's not going to ban the mindset. It's going to ban like the way of talking.
Ban a way of talking.
Undercover Twitter engineers to ban way of talking through shadow banning algorithms to censor opposing political views. And Drudge has the headline that they admit they are opposing people's views, period. Just not letting you communicate if you're a Christian, a conservative, a libertarian. So James O'Keefe, you have done it again, my friend. Congratulations. They're at Project Veritas.
Well, Alex, I mean, this is one of the greatest censorship stories in modern times. I mean, the things these people are saying on this video, I think this is certainly the biggest thing we have ever done. These are the most powerful people in the world. There you have it on the screen in front of you. Our strategy is to shadow ban. Now, your viewers might know what this is, but really what they're saying is that when you tweet or Facebook something, you think it's going to your users. What these companies are doing, and these engineers are on video describing, is how they make you think that your information is going to your users, but the people on the timeline don't see the information. That's what a shadow ban is. And they talk about how they specifically targeted, and this is their words, not mine, rednecks, conservatives who tweet about the flag, and they create algorithms where if you mention these things that correlate with certain ideas, they ban you, and they call it SHITTY people. This is what the policy executives, these are not low-level employees. These are executives at Twitter. Stephen Pierre, a Twitter engineer, says, we want to, quote, ban a way of talking. I hope you play some of these clips for your audience because this is truly extraordinary. They say they want to downrank SHITTY people to not show up. We're working on that right now. So they're describing the products and there's a Singh who's on the direct messaging team talking about how they use algorithms to target Julian Assange, to target conservatives, and to ban a way of talking. Alex, Twitter bills itself as the public square. And what your audience needs to understand is if they take away our rights to share our ideas on these platforms, where are we going to go? I mean, most people don't have the power to create their own website. I know these are private companies, and we may not want the government to intervene, but unless the CEO of Twitter makes their algorithms public so the users know what they're doing, the government didn't have a choice but to intervene. I mean, this is scary stuff. And don't take my word for it. They're on tape saying their whole MO is to, quote, ban a way of talking. This is the greatest censorship story of modern times. And unlike the mainstream media, Alex, we don't just anonymously quote sources. We have these people dead to rights. How do we do it? We spend a year undercover.
Now we've got a story on Infowars.com. I don't know if you know about this, but Twitter has been caught now censoring your exposure.
How is that? I didn't see that one. Are they muting me? Are they shadow banning my stuff now?
Yes, with O'Keefe's suspension, Twitter confirms authenticity of Project Veritas videos. Twitter unblocked James O'Keefe account after suffering massive backlash for silencing the Project Veritas founder as his expose on Twitter political censorship went viral.
This is trending on Twitter, Alex, believe it or not. Isn't that ironic? Shadow ban, hashtag shadow ban is trending on Twitter from looking at my phone here, and everyone is tweeting at the CEO of Twitter. This is big stuff.
Introducing Cellforce by Infowars Life. Cellforce focuses on mitochondria efficiency and protection. Mitochondria produce over 95% of your energy. They are your body's cellular engines. Cellforce helps promote your cellular energy production by supporting mitochondria, much like a cellular engine overhaul, because when your mitochondria don't run at 100% efficiency, then they start producing reactive oxygen species. Top scientists agree that aging is most likely caused by cellular damage, resulting from these reactive oxygen species. The antioxidants found in Cellforce are some of the most powerful available on the market. The stronger the antioxidant, the better its ability to scavenge for these reactive oxygen species and other free radicals. Boost, protect, and adapt with Cellforce from InfoWars Life. Head to InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.